What is up, everybody? Joe Show 21 here. I'm back with another exciting Clash Royale video. And today in this video, we are here talking about the newest tower troop. Now, I know it haven't already came out yet, but people's already making videos about it. And I'm here to basically talk about it, because that's like the main topic we're going to talk about, other than that new evolution Valkyrie. So this is basically like the January update, but it hasn't even came out. And let's go talk about it. So that's cool. The new card is called the Cannoneer. I'm still trying to remember how to say the name, because it's Cannon. Cannon's not bad, but like Cannoneer. Okay, cool. So that is the next Tower Truth. I can't wait. I legit cannot wait, because this is actually newer. Because it's different from the Tower Princess. Everybody knows that when it comes to the Tower Princess, it have faster hit speed, some damage, some hit points right there. But mine's a level 15, so we're gonna show level 11 tournament standard to be more reasonable. So the Cannoneer and this in tournament standard. I don't have a level 15 one. I just have one for tournament standards, so this is all the things I can show you basically right now. So the hit points is 2,616. Damage per second is 175. Damage is 422. Hit speed is 2.4 seconds. Of course, the target air and ground, and the range is 7.5. Now, the first time, how can I say it? When I first saw it, honestly, I thought it was going to be pretty OP and all of that. But I noticed something different that I never thought it was going to be like that. And it actually, in tournament standard, when it comes to the Tower Princess, it have less hit points. Less hit points than the Tower Princess. Why? I don't know why. It's around 400 hit points ish around that time. Yeah, of course it have slower attack speed, but it does so much damage. Now, I already been reading basically the comments from basically every, I want to say every Clash Royale creators that actually have already made a video about it, and I'm going to have to agree with them, honestly. By the gameplay and basically everything. Yeah, I know since I'm not a Clash Royale creator, I can't really show a video about it. And I don't want to get it from someone else's video and do it like that, because it's not right. But when I saw gameplays about it, I'm not going to lie, I was disappointed. Underwhelming. And a lot of people agree with it, honestly. A lot of people. The one major factor that I think was pretty stupid is the hit point decrease. Yeah, I know that the Cannoneer is pretty strong, but you don't have to nerf the hit points. You really don't have to. That's I feel like they should make that as a buff, but I know the Cannoneer haven't came out yet, but if they're looking to actually buff this card, again, looking for things to talk about and see, okay, this card haven't came out yet, or this Tower Troop haven't came out yet, but it's if this is actually underwhelming, then we could actually buff this card, and will be actually a great idea. So honestly, I feel like the best way, one of the ways to make the Cannoneer pretty, I'm gonna say pretty decent, or basically and buff, is to upgrade the hit points to the same hit points as the Tower Princess, because it would actually make more sense. So basically in level 11, 3052, it also be exact same thing, 3052. I still don't know why they done it like that. I'm guessing because they're thinking it's actually going to be so OP, and it's is going to start doing like that. So they decide to nerf his hit points a bit, so it means pretty reasonable. Now, dude, this is actually pretty scary. So how to use the Cannoneer is basically the complete opposite of the Tower Princess. So I feel like the one of the main changes is so much better for like single troops. If you're trying to one shot single troops, boom, you have to worry about that. Like it one shots firecracker, one shots archers. It basically one shots those cards that can survive basically from arrows, and I think it's about 3 shots from a musketeer, 3 shots for wizard, and 3 shots for electro wizard, and so and so go higher and higher. I think it's 4 shots for executioner wise, and I think honestly, as much I would say it's pretty cool to see like some cards that basically get like less than a hit because they do so much damage now. You basically gotta think if you start using the Cannoneer, you basically gotta think, okay, can this card get one shot from my Cannoneer? And it's so weird, it really is. So like you could say for example, you go to night. Let's go normal. Okay, you go to night. Probably will provide, I don't know, from the Tower Prince a lot of hits because you remember Knight is a pretty tanky. But at the same time, if you think of another way to basically counter it, you could use the Cannoneer because Cannoneer basically is most efficient or basically give the best value for single troop. See, when it comes to swarm troops, that's where it's not good with because of the hit speed of 2.4 seconds. Now, this is where the second basically buff, if they ever want to buff the tower troop. A lot of people are basically, when I've been reading the comments back in X or Twitter, YouTube, and even, I think, yeah, X, YouTube, Twitter, there you go. I've been seeing that a lot of people thinking they should add area damage for this card because it will make more sense since the gameplay does look like, it's a cannon. Like, it's legit a cannon, a bigger cannon than the Kings. So when you see basically that, you're like, oh snap, it's like, this cannon is so big that it looks like it can actually do area damage, but it doesn't do area damage. This cannon is basically takes the whole tower, like that tower troop right there, but it doesn't do area damage. And when I saw gameplays, of course, I was really actually surprised. I was like, huh, this could actually, like, maybe it just needed to, like, buff with area damage. It would make more sense, honestly. Like, make it area damage, make the radius, I want to say, like, pretty reasonable 1.5 tiles. I think that's pretty average for area damage. And boom, that's how you hit it. Like, no changes, just add area damage, and boom, that's all. And it actually sounds pretty reasonable, since basically the cannon does look like it does actually, do area damage, but it doesn't actually. It's just a single targeted. So when it comes to single targeted troops, it's very powerful. Like, it basically one-shot Dark Goblin. Dark Goblin usually probably going to get, like, a hit or two, because, it just takes time to order to basically one-shot. Like, that's what's the point about Dark Goblin. Again, most of the time, you're always going to get hit, or basically let the Dark Goblin connect at least a hit or two, because Dark Goblin is very fast. Remember, Dark Goblin have 0.7 seconds, so, it's going to take some time from basically the Tower Princess and also Dark Goblin. It takes 3 shots for... I think it's take 3 shots for the Tower Princess to kill the Dark Goblin, but it will take only 1 shot for the Cannoneer. So you can already see the differences from over there. So, of course, from all of that, I will have to say from basically every information that I have gotten from basically everything, I will need to say, and plus the gameplay, Cannoneer actually needs a buff. And it's weird for me to say it because most of the time I made these kinds of videos, you guys loved them, and at the same time, you guys thinking, oh, this one deserves a nerf, or like it needs a nerf. Like the Goblin HUD challenge, or not Goblin, Goblin Giant, like. I remember someone made a comment and it's like, probably never, because they just don't want to touch the Goblin Giant. I don't know why. It just deserved a hit points nerf, but it's fun. But Cannoneer actually is probably one of the first cards that actually do need a buff, or a lot of people say a rework. And they could like nerf like the damage, but at the same time making the hit speed faster. Because 2.4 seconds. Look, hear me out, okay? P.E.K.K.A. does about, I'd say an average in level 11 is like 740, okay, for 1.7 seconds. The Cannoneer is 2.4 seconds. That's basically the same thing as a Hunter, and it does this much of damage. It still doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. I feel like the best way, and this is from the third and like final, like if they actually need to buff the card. So we already talked about the hit points, we talk about the area damage, and they can't do neither of them because they just don't want to do it. They should make it have a faster attack speed, less damage, but faster attack speed. Let's say for pretty reasonable, I want to say like, let's say 1.8. Okay, 1.8. I think that's pretty reasonable. I don't want to go too low, but I feel like 1.8 to 2 seconds of the hit speed. Nerf the damage minus 5% or 10%, but it's still basically one shot those cards that, there are arrows resistant. So, honestly, I think that'd be the best way, and they decided to basically buff or rework the card because they had to nerf the damage and then like buff the hit speed, so it would make pretty reasonable. But I had to say, I'm happy that we get a new basic Terror Troop. It's different, but at the same time, we're probably gonna have to spend money, and I already been hearing rumors this is gonna take a long time to upgrade. And I heard that it's going to take about 6 months. Excuse me, what? Yeah. I heard it's going to take about 6 months just to upgrade this tower troop. I'm not going to lie to you. Even for me, I don't even spend money. I have spent money into this game, okay? I want to say like probably the max like $7. But that was like before like all of this, okay? I spent my money on the best offer, okay? One of them was the All Pass Royale. That was good though. I don't regret it. I bought it from the Scout the King, but I'm not gonna lie, this car or tower troop is underwhelming, honestly. I feel like it needs a buff, honestly. By reading everything, watching the gameplays, and I just think it needs a buff. But like, of course the card haven't came out yet. I keep saying card, it's Tower Troop. But like, it's somewhat of a card too. It would make more sense. But I'm just saying this Tower Troop needs a buff. I know they got about a week and a half left, I want to say like that, before the update comes. But I think they need to rework the Cannoneer better if possible. So thank you guys for watching this. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I see you guys next time. Love you guys to the best. Sorry for the busy schedule because I've been pretty busy during this week, so I'm sorry about that. I see you guys next time.